Diligenter Audi et crede, quod magia newsbox, ideum illuminabit et tibi dicas ut industriam tuam et tempus in sui educatione panas, et etiam homines circa et amat et non ludont. Oh, wait a second. Sorry, folks. That was for that. Another radio. Hello, everyone. Graham Bannon with you once again to tell you all that you can't stop this radio from working. Now, let's start digging through the barrel of shit to find a few spoonfuls of honey. But first of all, let's start with the weather report. Graham, how's the weather outside?
I'm not even sure what I was expecting from myself to... What kind of report I can do? It's raining. It's raining for a long time. For a week already. For half of the month. It's just water and water. Just non-stop always. Yeah, I suppose that was a bad idea to scream outside. Back to you, Graham. The street was cleared 5 seconds ago. Where did you even come from?
Thank you for report. Now, let's get to the news. Now, what do we have here for the weekend? An explosion happened in a safe zone. The tent that was belonging to a lieutenant of the Golden Army got absolutely destroyed. People are reporting about a mysterious woman in a mask. Well, let's get to the start once again. An imperial financier comes to town to settle an economic base. Shortly after, a bomb is exploded in a tent of a person named Nero, who is sight unseen. And people report not only about a woman in the mask, but also about several people that had not only Molotovs, but wholly censored word, working guns. Was that something new? Seems like we've got caught in a crossfire of some imperial business, not to be unexpected though, given the proximity of our safe zone. And what was that exactly? An open attempt to destabilize an economical partnership between the regions? A murder attempt? Or maybe just a little theater from the empire to increase the amount of their soldiers in a safe zone? I suppose we will see after some time. Meanwhile, the news that is connected to the previous one. Migration Union is actively looking for a person called Mr. Thorpe. He was visiting the safe zone during the chaos of an explosion. You could have seen him if you was there that day. A cigar-brandishing man, bald, middle-aged, yellow teeth. Migration Union is offering to pay for the information about that person. But if even that is not enough for you, his son is looking for him around here. So, if you have any information about this person, please share. Now, let's move on to the worst news that I have for today, and maybe that will be able to make the news after the musical break a little bit better. About 10 people were found dead during this weekend. That's a new record, congratulations! Anyways, one person was found dead in an alleyway, right near the river canal, on the opposite side from the hospital. At the moment, the body is taken to expertise to the Migration Union base. Other 2 bodies were found on the main street in a direction from the Migration Union to the caravan, and, well, how do you say bodies? If you could call them bodies, but they were absolutely demolished, butchered even, and surely they were butchered by human hands. And probably they were butchered for consumption, considering that all the limbs and big chunks of meat from the main part of the body were gone. And the rest of the bodies were found on the same street, in the same area, near an abandoned campsite. They were hanging from the street lights. An interesting detail is that the campsite had a proudly hanging flag there. How would you even describe it? A blue and black flag that has three white spirals connected between each other in the middle. What now? Letters section? Whoops, sorry. That's just another thread. Still gotta fill up the time though. You know, I was walking around the area once, and some person told me that I'm doing a pretty shitty job as a reporter. And you know what? I kinda agree. I mean, what am I even doing right now? I'm telling you about 10 dead people in the area. And I can't tell you what to do about it. I have no idea how to prepare for this. I have no idea who to blame for this. So basically I'm just making your day worse by telling you that there are 10 dead people outside. Does my talking about all these dead people make life easier or safer? Not really. Still, I gotta tell you this. Among all the news around here, including the good ones, I gotta tell you about the bad news, even the worst ones. Because I think that all the people deserve to know what is going on around them. They might not like it. It might be bad for you to hear. It might even make you depressive at some point. But you have a right to know that. Because once again, if we are going to start ignoring bad things, we are gonna start ignoring everything what we don't like. Once we start ignoring that, we are gonna start ignoring the facts. And once we are going to start ignoring the facts, we are going to ignore the truth. And after that, we're just not gonna care about what is going on around us. So, as people, we gotta keep the understanding that even though all these horrible things happen so often and in big amounts, it's not okay. It's not just a regular Monday for us. We should scream about it as loud as hell. We should run around and look for the ones who are responsible for this. Damn, I suppose I just answered my own question. Whoops, forgot that nobody asked. Sorry about turning you into my personal therapist for a few minutes there. Now, let's have a little musical break, shall we? Stay tuned, folks. We still have some good news for you to tell.
I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bang, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, flash, bang, alakazam, I gotta look at you. One look and I yelled timber, watch out for flying glass. Cause the ceiling fell in, the bottom fell out, I went into a spin and I started to shout, I've been hit. This is it, I-T-It. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Flash, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored sky. One look and I yelled timber, watch out for flying glass. Cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out, I went into a spin and I started to shout, I've been hit. This is it, I-T-It. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Flash, bam, alakazam, out of an orange-colored purple stripe, a pretty green polka dot sky. Flash, a bam, alakazam, and goodbye. Wow, I thought love was much softer than that. What a most disturbing sound.
And we're back on there. Some good news, as I promised. Recently, a group of people, in association with Immigration Union, has destroyed and burned down an infection nest. Now you might ask, what the hell is an infection nest? And I will tell you, at least my theory. An infection nest is any kind of building, the warmest room you can find in it, and in those rooms, sometimes a lot of fishes die. They keep there, rot there, and eventually the whole room is covered in this infection something. And eventually all this guts and blood start to connect between each other, and multiple dead bodies become one. And oh boy, let me tell you, if that place is sealed for a very long time, there's much more of those creatures that are worse than just normal fishes. Once again, as I said, they look like a combination of multiple bodies. For some reason, they also have tentacles out of their bodies. I have no explanation to that. But, an important fact, they don't just come out. They wait until something wakes them up. And they just stay there and multiply until probably there's not enough place in the room. So, those nests should be taken care of until those creatures start to come out uncontrollably. But of course, the Immigration Union is not the only one who was a part of destroying this nest. A lot of people took a part in destroying this nest. Some people from the caravan, some people from the hospital, some people from Jugalos, and even from the Chambers gang, and of course a lot of people who could not just watch how it grows there. They don't belong to any faction, but still they out there and they help each other. So, thank you all for taking a part in this. Your work is appreciated by all the people who live here. But what do you do if you find one of those nests? Because, let's be honest, there's probably much more of those around the area. Well, if you find them, don't try to destroy them, don't try to burn them, don't try to kill anything in there. Because once you are gonna try to destroy it, everything in that area is going to wake up, and everything in there will want to kill you. So, first of all, report about that nest. Get a large group of people, and then, after killing all the infected in the area, you can destroy the nest to prevent it from growing more of those creatures. Anyways, the good news is that we are trying to keep our home clean and safe, and that's the main thing. Another good news is, recently there was a person on a public frequency who was screaming, asking for help. Apparently they were surrounded by a horde of infected. And you know what happened? Of course our people came there and helped them out. Great job, folks. And that's about it. Wait. Yep, some more of the positive news. Still have some of those, although not as big as the previous ones. First of all, we finally got ourselves a gigantic technical store just right next to the safe zone. Just go outside from the safe zone, go to the right and then to the left. And you will see a wonderful store that is full of stuff. Flashlights, instruments, walkie-talkies and much more. Just visit and you will see for sure. And the last news is, the cinema on the territory of the Immigration Union got updated. Now it has more cassettes. So, go there, knock yourself out, I don't know, watch some movies. And that's about it. A little tip before we go on a break. Buy yourself an umbrella. I mean, why not, seriously. You can buy one from a trader, and it helps you to not be wet during the rain. Only pluses. Anyways, thank you all for listening. And remember, you can't stop this radio from working.